Yeah, I know. I just put this together and put it back on the boat. However, a few things have happened. One, I put this on the boat. I drove it around today. I put it on yesterday. I drove it around today. And, you know, it vibrates more than I would like. And I remember it vibrating before when I had this set up. And previously, I drove around with it for years doing this kind of horrible vibration. And it wasn't great, but it worked, right? So, how do I put this? When you live off-grid and you're homesteading, a lot of what you do, at least a lot of what I do, is trying to figure out what I can get away with. Like what things I really need to spend time on and what things are good enough. Because if something's good enough, just go with it, man. And this was kind of, you know, on the borderline of like good enough, or I really should do something about that. Because, you know, it vibrates a lot and it's not good. Anyway, okay. So I just put this motor back on the boat because the other one I had on there broke. But after I did that, I started dismantling the broken one and I got this. What is that? Now, these things, well, if you don't know what it is, it's a coupler. So, here, get this rubber thing out of here. So one end, this end attached to the motor, which spins that around, right? And then it's got this little rubber piece in the middle, and then that goes in here, and then this end is attached to the shaft that goes to the gears and the propeller, right? And this makes it so it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned in any particular way. It can wobble a little bit, and it's got a rubber thing in the middle there, so it'll still transfer the rotational force. And since it's got a rubber thing in there, it dampens the vibrations significantly. These things are pretty awesome. And I never buy them because they're freaking expensive. So I made one of these for my little white boat, the zombie chopper. Yeah. And it's not perfect because I just made it with like an angle grinder and eyeballed everything because, you know, it was one of those situations where I was like, well, this is good enough. But anyway, I just got this off that other motor, which is totally dead. I inspected it, looked through everything, and it's got all kinds of problems. So I just took the whole thing apart for scrap parts. But this, I'm going to put on this guy here, because the main source of vibration is this crappy connection between the motor and the shaft that goes down into the gears. Because when I originally put this together, it was years ago when I just got to this country and I didn't have many tools. I really kind of just rigged it together with garbage and files. So yeah, this should greatly reduce the vibrations, which will increase the efficiency and everything. Because all that vibrational energy is energy that could go into moving the boat, but instead it's going into just shaking things around and breaking stuff, right? So, yeah, I gotta get this off. Let me get my wrench. All right, Jamie, don't go too fast. You're gonna lose parts. Alright, I'm fairly certain this end will not fit on this motor, which would be amazing. Oh my god, it does! Oh, I don't even have to do it! Oh my, I can't believe it. Wow, I was not expecting that. I thought it was gonna, never mind. Totally fits. Oh, that's freaking incredible. Oh my gosh, how often does that happen to me? I guess it does happen once in a while. Now, what are the chances that this fits on? Okay, that one's a little loose. Oh, I can't believe that fits. Oh, I can't believe that. That's so nice. I had to tap the key a little bit. And then there, yeah, that's good. Other than that, though, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, to get this off, I had to drill out the other, whatever you call it, screwy thing. I know someone knows what it's called, but I don't care right now. This is great. Okay. Now obviously the motor's gonna have to fit up a little bit, but that's not that hard to figure out. Okay, next I gotta get this part, see how this fits on there. Alright. You know, I'm hearing this kind of rubbing sound in here, and it might be nothing, but I'm just gonna double check. It might just be the brushes rubbing up against the thing they're supposed to be rubbing. But I did just take this apart 2 days ago, so all the screws will be loose. It'll be easy to get into, and it's off the motor. I'm just gonna check it right now. Okay, this is the brushes. Yeah, this is still making a rubbing sound, so it's not just the brushes rubbing. Yeah, it's like rubbing right in there. You can see space around there. So this middle part spins around. Here. Oh, grapes. And then that part out there is stationary. That's the magnets, and this is the electromagnets, basically. And there needs to be a little space between them so, you know, they're not touching as they go around. Right here, I wonder if this is the one I glued back on. I don't know, whatever, either way. I need to get a bit of space. Okay, Jaimie, it's the magnet that side, right up from the blue spot, that blue spot. Okay, I don't know, this has a bunch of blue paint on it. Yeah, right up from there. Just in case I forget which magnet it is. This is like the easiest one of these I've ever done. Usually I take apart a motor after it's been used for years, and you know, the bolts, even if they're stainless steel, they've got enough corrosion on them to make them real sticky. But this, I dealt with all of. I think that might be at a point where I can safely pull it off by hand, hopefully. Oh yeah, piece of cake. I'm running out of space. Oh, cripes. Yeah, this magnet. Okay, yes, that magnet is loose. The one I was just talking about has totally come loose. It's moved. Yeah. Good thing I checked. That does not look like the one I re-glued. I hate these magnets. So the problem with these neodymium magnets is they're not like a uniform material. So, like there's some kind of rusty material in the middle, and then they put this coating on, but then the coating comes off, and if the coating is what, like you're gluing something with the coating comes off, the whole thing comes loose. I like ceramic magnets so much more. And actually, you know, my favorite motors are, yeah, this motor right here. These are awesome. If I remember correctly, they have two ceramic magnets, one on this side, one on the other side. So they don't even have to be glued in. All they need is something pushing them apart from each other and stick to the outside. This one's made by Leeson, and I really like these motors. I have a bunch of them. I've never had a problem with them. They're so good, so reliable. I've never even had to replace the brushes on one yet, which is kind of crazy for how much I use them. Also, the boat motor that I took apart, that I was replacing with this one, when I was taking it apart, it didn't matter because the housing cracked, but the magnets were also coming loose. So annoying. All right. I guess I gotta wash this out, get all the grease out. Still have some epoxy in there. Good. I think I didn't use all. All right. Are any more of them going to come loose? Oh. These are not my favorite magnets. Like, do I get the coating off? scrape it down to bare whatever material, then glue that? Probably. That's probably what I should do. I'm not gonna have time to do this today. I gotta make dinner. Ugh. Okay, maybe I can get this done today. I really need to eat, right? Today is brought to you by the letter F. Most certainly the letter F. And the color poop. All right, scratch down to bare metal where I need it. Where did I just put the magnet? Oh my gosh, what did I just do with it? What the? Where did I just put it? Oh, where's the magnet? All right, Jaimie. Oh, yeah, right. I put it here because there's nothing magnetic that'll stick to it. All right, filed the back of that. That's clean. Let's get them glued on. Oh, get off. All right, 2-minute epoxy. Only spend 30 seconds mixing. This will be taking too long. I want a big blob in the middle, so that'll help push the bubbles out the sides. Oh, cripes. Come on, get in there without breaking anything. Okay. It already has a lot of down pressure from the magnetism. I just need to wiggle it back and forth a bit to get it to squirt out any excess glue. Make sure it's lined up good. Alright. Okay, fastest thing to cook, egg sandwiches. Got a bunch of tasty leaves, mustard or hot sauce, and bread. Made that yesterday. Okay, dinner's covered. It's good. I have a tomato! Yeah! Okay, I got mostly back together. Oh no, look at that. Spins so much more freely. There really is just a tiny hair of space between there. Be nice if there was a bit more to, you know, a little more error built in. Whatever though. Looks good right now. Hopefully I get it this time. You know, last time didn't quite get it, you know. I've got two things going for me now here. One, I fixed the problem, and two, I reduced the vibrations. Well, I'm going to reduce the vibrations in the motor, so it should make it less likely for any more magnets to come loose, because I'm sure vibrations obviously contribute to them getting loose. Alright. Well, that just sounds like the brush is rubbing now. Let's get my little don't do this at home machine out. That even keeps going for a minute before it stops because I don't have all this resistance anymore. I'm just gonna have to listen for if the motor stops suddenly instead of like slowly winding down. That'll mean one of the magnets probably came loose again. But it seems all right at the moment. Okay, mount the rest of that. Okay, well this is gonna be super easy, right? I can just put the motor exactly in its original spot and cut this back to, yeah, just cut it right there. Mount this on there. If I'm super duper lucky it'll fit. I don't think this one's gonna fit. Oh, is that gonna fit? It does look close. Oh, get out. Oh, no, not quite. Alright, I need a bit of spacer in there. Oh, this is gonna be super easy though, as long as I can find a spacer. What just fell? Hopefully nothing important. Alright, I want this thing to definitely be close, but not quite touching. Actually, looks like I got it. Oops. I need to put this piece in for a second. I think it could be a tiny bit closer, but that is mighty close to what I want. Tiny bit closer. There's one more thing I need to do here. This propeller is too big. This was made, this is from like a 15 horsepower maybe, and I'm only running like a 1 horsepower electric motor. I can tell the motor is definitely struggling. It's getting a little hotter than I would like. So yeah, I need to. All right. Yeah, and let's do this outside. I definitely want to do it. All right. Gonna be the weirdest looking propeller ever! Nice. That's actually kind of cool. We got that about as good as I can get it right now. You know, I kind of held the angle grinder real steady and turned the thing and saw where it hit, blah blah. Anyway, if it's vibrating noticeably, once it's on the boat I can turn it on and have it actually spinning, and then hold the angle grinder up and just use it, you know, like a lathe. Okay. Got it all back on there. Pretty sure everything's connected right. Yep. The right direction. Tide's pretty high right now, so I can definitely do a good test. Why is something sticky? Oh, alright, never mind. Steering is good. Okay, this is just solar panels. Well, that's good. Second speed. Full speed. Well, that sounds a lot better than before. Oh, it's so quiet in reverse. Why is it so quiet in reverse? Maybe I should drive in reverse all the time. Whatever, that's looking great though. So this is just on solar panels, which means 2 solar panels are charging the batteries, 4 solar panels are going directly to this, and we are totally in the shade right now. Like, we're under a lot of trees. So that is excellent. I want to go through and just double check all my battery connections, and then I want to take this boat out, drive it around a bit. Oh, first I gotta park this guy over here. So Jamie, why don't you just drive this boat all the time? It never seems to have any issues. Yeah, well, except I gotta pick up a whole bunch of stuff soon. I need the cargo space. No, I ran out of battery for a minute there. Luckily, I brought my little wire, and I have a USB pluggerizer here. Aha. You know, if I can get the propeller off there, which I'm not sure I can, but if I can put it on my lathe, then really get it smoothed out. Because the propeller is definitely a little lopsided now. You know, not too bad. But yeah, definitely some room for easy improvements. Yeah, so what's going to be easier? If I can get the propeller off, I can put it on my lathe. And let's do some pedaling. But if I can't get the propeller off, then I'll just bring an angle grinder out here, turn the boat on slow, hold it up next to the propeller, slowly grind off any lopsided bits. The boat is definitely a little bit slower with the smaller propeller. However, it's using a lot less electricity. Like a lot less. And I'm not worried the motor is going to be overloaded or anything. Alright, I'm satisfied with that for the moment. I can drive that thing to town and back, no problem. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm going to do some digging.